Hello, I thought I'd take a moment to give a quick tutorial for anyone who wants to run ProPresenter in a service. So here's a quick run through. This is the program. As you can see, it has several different aspects. This is your preview screen. Anytime you click on a slide in ProPresenter, it will show up in this. This is what should be on your projector, on your screens that you will see, that the people will see from the congregation. Below that is your library. You won't have to worry about that. Everything is put into what is below that, a playlist. You can see I'm using October 26th playlist from a long time ago. Here are your songs and your sermon notes, scripture verses, and things of that nature. Those are all there, and you really don't have to worry about those at all either. Here's the major thing you need to see is this list of slides that you will have shown on the projector during your day. I'm going to move this down because you don't need to worry about those either. That's your video bin that you will use as you set up the Sunday morning slide presentation. Over here on the right is the audio bin. Those are songs that we may use from time to time before the service or after the service, but right now we're not using those. So I can go up here to view and click audio bin, and those are gone. So here's your presentation, but you'll notice it's one song. There's nothing above it or below it. So I'm going to switch over here to the bottom left, and I'm going to click Contiguous. Contiguous allows all of these songs that are in the playlist to come in one after another. Now, there's one thing you need to realize, that when you start a presentation, you have to start, for instance, on this song, you have to start on the first slide because that slide contains the background. Let me show you what happens if you don't. Let's slip down to My Life is in You, Lord. Has a different but a pretty background to it. If I click on the second, and I don't do the title slide, if I click on the second slide here, you see it's using the background from the previous song. So in order to change that, you have to click on this first one. Because ProPresenter is created in layers, you have to click on that first one in order to get the background in there. And that applies to every one of these. In this one, 10,000 Reasons that we do, when you go to that one, you can see this is actually a moving background. It's very important to click on the first slide. After you click on the first slide, and actually the first slide of the day, it's not necessarily just the first slide of the week, because what will happen is as you click that first slide, then you click the right arrow, the cursor arrow. And as you click the right cursor arrow, it slips across to the next slide. And you can see it's moving across. Every time I click, it clicks to a new slide. My computer's running really slow today. I've got a lot of things open in the background, so please forgive me. But let me skip to the end of the song, and you'll see what happens. Now I'm going to click one more time to the last slide, which is showing on this part of the screen right here. This again is what's on your projector and what the people are seeing in the congregation. I click again, and it releases that slide. Now it's ready for the next slide. So it actually takes 2 clicks to go to the next song. When I click again, one more time, now the song is up there. We're in the title, which is normally a quick switch over to the lyrics of that song. That's basically how the program works and how you can go through. There's lots of tutorials on YouTube. Just search for ProPresenter 5, and they have a lot of very informative tutorials. One other thing you need to know that for Sunday morning, if you ever get in a pinch, and let's say you're on a slide and we've finished singing songs, but the next thing, well, let's come down here. So the next thing is going to be a scripture reading. And you're on this slide. You see I didn't click on the first, so I still have the old background. But you're on the last slide of a song, and we're supposed to go to Scripture. And someone stands up and starts making an announcement because either they got in the wrong place or the Scripture verse got put in the wrong place, but something is wrong. You have these options up here in your top left. You can close everything down, and if you close everything down, it all goes to black. You can clear the slide, which basically means there are other things you can have up there that would stay. That's a little advanced. You can clear the background only, or you can put the logo up. So let's do this slowly. If you clear the background only, then it would clear that picture that we had up there before, the picture of the tree, the blooming tree. If you clear all, it goes blank, which is fine too. But even better is if you click logo. Logo puts the logo of Sedgefield or whatever church you're representing, whatever logo you have loaded into ProPresenter, it puts it in there and will stay there until you click another slide. Now I'm going to click this slide, and it goes to that slide, and now we're on the scripture verse and we're correct. So if you know those few things, you should be good to go. It's not that difficult to run. As I said, everything is using the right cursor. You can use the left cursor as well if we go back. And you can also use, see, I'm on lifting gratitude. I'm going to go back to yeah, 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 yeah. It sounds like a Beatles song, but it can go left or right, either way. There's another way you can do it if we're singing this song, which probably will not happen, but we decide to go back. We're down here on Because of Your Love, but we want to go up to As We Come Into Your Presence. You can just click that with the mouse. Or if we're down on Because of Your Love, you can see each of these slides are numbered. So actually, I could just go up there and click 6 and hit enter, and it would automatically go to 6. Again, those are things you can do if the slides are too small or too large. Here's where you can adjust that. You can make your slides smaller if you want. You can make them larger if you want. However you want to set them up. Other than that, there's really nothing you need to know. Of course, there are times that things happen, but I'm sure you'll be all well and prepared. Just remember these things up here. They'll save you from time to time to get you back on track. Thanks. Hope you do well. Bye-bye.